I'm just waiting to see if there's audio. Oh, I do hear myself. I don't know if you're hearing the audio that I'm sending out. That's the problem. No, I suspect not. Okay, so let's try something else here. I'm still trying this out. I think I'm getting a little bit better. But I'm still trying this out. Let me try my camera. I am muted. I am muted for some reason. All right, let me try and turn the camera on. Camera is on, but you still cannot see me. Oh. There we go. There we go. Ha. Okay. Got it. Okay. Now, what I was trying to do, actually, what I was doing, I was watching Secular Opinions review of some stream. So it's like a live stream, watching a live stream, and now I'm a live stream, and I'm going to be watching a recording of a live stream, watching a live stream. I think that's the way it works. And if it makes no sense, well, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to try and see how do I bring in what I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, so if I do that, it should change the screen. I'm just going to wait and see if it actually comes through on YouTube on this little streamy, and then I'll have a better idea of what's going on here. Sorry for the wait, but this is experimental. Oh, not much of a delay, actually. That's good. No, you see nothing. I can see that. Yeah. Okay, so what's happening here is you are not seeing what I'm seeing. I'm actually sharing something on the screen and you don't see it. All right, what I'll do then is I will try something else. No, that's not this. The one thing about experimenting with during while it's live is that you've got everything available to you to go wrong, so that hopefully you can figure out a way to fix it. So that's what this is. It's probably going to be another live stream failure for the bloopers department. But at this point, what I'm trying to do is share a YouTube video that I was watching with you. And I've managed to share it to this to a window in this chat platform, this Jitsi platform, but it doesn't seem to be appearing on your screen. So what I'm going to do is try a different tact. All right. So the thing to do then is to stop the stream, not stop the video. There we go. Stop the video. which it has done. All right. And now we're going to try something. Okay, so that was a failure. Now we're going to try a different way of doing it. This is probably what's going to eat up a lot of resources. So you're probably going to see me talk to you from the past. It's all very eerie. Okay, so what I need to do is know that you can see that. Okay, so let me see. I'm turning on my YouTube stream to see if anything's coming through. I can't hear anything. Oh, okay. All right, so yes, I can. Absolutely. So I should be able to carry on playing this to you. But let me try something quickly. What happens if I do that? Because I'm trying to, I want to review this and I want to be part of the show, but it doesn't look like I can be. Oh, sure, because you know, it's YouTube. Are there any more actions available to me net? That looks like I'm limited, but that's okay. It shouldn't make a difference. I'll try it again. Nah. Oh, hold on. What if I put my camera on? What happens? Oh, hold on. Something's happening. All right. I want to see how this comes through on the live. Please, please bear with me. Aha! Actually, yes, I see myself. I don't know how to change where I am. Probably. Why did they put me there? What does that do? Toggle tile view, and it just shifts it over a little bit. I'm going to play this. I'm going to eventually get to reviewing the review once I figure out a little bit more about Jitsi, because I feel like my hands are shaking because I don't know this interface. I mean, this software all that well yet. Oh, obviously that is not making a hell of a lot of difference. So I'll do it that way. Okay, looks like my face is covered by my. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'll shut my mouth and I'm going to mute my mic, let it roll, and watch what happens. Essentially, it's Von Helton on J Dub's channel. Raging about something that I'm not quite sure of. So let's go. I believe there's a delay in me clicking and to when it actually going to start, because I clicked it. I clicked play already. Aha. Here we go.
And killing their fucking ass. And I can't wait for them all to be dead. It'll be a great day.
But Vaughn doesn't take any glory in the death of fucking people. The vanquishing of his enemies.
He can't hold it for 3 minutes. Like, he can't hold it for 3 minutes.
No. You don't give a fuck mode right now.
See, and like I legit, I have to give credit to Solar Marshal.
All right. So what's going on here? We've got in the center here. In the center here is the show that they're watching. This is J-Dubs with Von Helton and a couple of other people. And Secular Opinion is live, and he is listening and reviewing, commenting on the Von Helton stuff. Okay? Are we clear? We shall continue.
This is one of Solar Marshal's greatest things that he can do is you can't overtalk him because he never stops talking.
Right.
And like every time that Vaughn tries to overtalk him, you can't hear Vaughn because somehow Solar's got the better mic.
Right. Uh-huh.
He never stops talking so much that sometimes he answers his own questions repeatedly.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If he's asking a question, he's already got the answer in his mind, guaranteed, folks.
I can assure you, I will be celebrating when all these motherfuckers die. I will not shed one tear for these fucking criminals, these internet terrorists that have literally terrorized my family for over 12 fucking years. I will not shed one goddamn tear.
I thought Johnny.
Here's what.
Okay. I'm confused. Hello. What's going on here? Is somebody talking white trash? Because I hear somebody talking white trash. Let's see. I need to investigate this. Let's listen a little bit more. Let's go.
Here's what it is, Solar. What it is,
Solar Marshal.
That I've got a God, or gods in my case, that will actually fucking defend me. Where was the fucking Christian God for 20 goddamn years? He was on fucking vacation. That's where he fucking was. So now I've got gods that will actually kick some ass and defend me, and that's why they're all butthurt. That's why they're in here talking smack, because they know their fucking time is at an end. Their time is at an end. They're gonna die, and I can't wait for them to do so. I think it's fucking wonderful. I'm glad that I've got gods that'll actually defend me.
And the one that's calling me, if he should.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, folks, listen. I think it's pretty clear that Von Helton would literally dance on our fucking graves if he had the opportunity. I don't think there's any question.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Tap dance, clogs.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Clogs
so
waiting.
Yeah, with his toenails sticking out the end. They'd have to cut the end of it. They had to drill holes.
Thank you so much, Secular Opinion, for being my guinea pig. I really do appreciate it, but I am now to disconnect from you. And hello. And what I'll do is I'm going to go and look for something to review, for us to review together. And if this all works out, then I will post the link to come and join me in this room. We don't necessarily have to watch anything, but we can just have a chat. But until somebody does join, what I want to do is find something juicy, gossipy. Let's see if there's anything lurking that might help us in our quest. what do I want to keep it to? I want to keep it to something. I have actually been using my Google account for doing totally different stuff, and not related to this community at all. So now all my suggestions in the feed are coming up with the other stuff and nothing to do with anything that would interest us in the least. Or number 4, we get a copyright strike because it's music, which is rather unfortunate. So let me see. How about I have an idea. Have you ever heard of Dr. Grande? Well, Dr. Grande is a counselor. And what he does is he takes situation or people's in the situations and applies a certain set of words or set of points to look out for, and then goes over the facts and then applies those axioms or those factors into what might be happening. I like that. So I tell you what. How about I introduce you to Dr. Grande, and then you can help me pick out a video to watch. He's usually not it doesn't take very long, so it's always a good idea. See it as I see it. Excellent. Right. Okay. So let's throw Dr. Grande up here like that, and let's see if we can. If we can see anything that we're interested in hearing. So it would help if you knew something about the person or the situation that he's talking about. For example, this one here, Natalie Holloway, from many, many years ago. But I know that story now. The guy who killed her is a low-life piece of shit sitting in a Peruvian jail. How about the John McAfee case? Let's look at that one. Case analysis, because it's fairly fresh.
Oh, this is.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're all watching the same thing. And we'll watch this, and then I'll set free the link, and then you come on in and we'll just talk about this or anything else you like. Okay, here you go.
Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the case of John McAfee? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. So first I'll go through the background of John McAfee. I'll move to the timeline of the alleged crimes, then offer my analysis. Starting with the background, John McAfee was born on a U.S. Army base in the United Kingdom on September 18, 1945. His father was an American soldier. He was stationed at the base. He struggled with his intake of alcohol. His mother was British. She had worked as a bank teller. John was an only child. The family moved to Salem, Virginia when John was 2 years old. John's father would die when John was 15 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. John attended Roanoke College in Virginia, graduating with a bachelor's degree in mathematics in 1967. After graduation, he attended Northeast Louisiana State College. He was trying to earn a doctorate in mathematics, but the college expelled him sometime around 1968 for entering into a romantic relationship with an undergraduate. John would marry her sometime around that same time. They would divorce sometime later. John's career centered around technology, including software development. He had a number of jobs. He worked for NASA on the Apollo program. He was an operating system architect for Xerox. He worked at several companies as a software developer. When he was working for Lockheed in the 1980s, he was able to work with the first computer virus for the PC. This virus was called Brain. He took an interest in designing software to defeat computer viruses. In 1987, he founded McAfee Associates Incorporated. This would be the first company to sell antivirus software to the public. That same year, he would marry a former flight attendant. That marriage lasted for 5 years. In 1993, John stepped down as chief executive. In 1994, he sold his stake in the company and had no more involvement in its operations. John became critical of the company he had founded, calling McAfee antivirus bloatware and the worst software on the planet. John continued working after his time at that company. He was involved in a number of other business ventures. By 2009, his wealth had decreased from $100 million down to $4 million. He had made a number of extremely poor investments. He claimed the recession explained why he lost so much money. In February 2010, John started a company in Belize. Ostensibly, his goal was to manufacture antibiotics. So not antivirus for computers, but antibiotics for human beings. He was arrested in Belize in April of 2012. Allegedly, he had been manufacturing drugs and possessed an unlicensed weapon. He was never charged. In November of 2012, he was named a person of interest in connection with the murder of his neighbor, an American expatriate living in Belize who had been shot dead in his home. Here's the theory about what happened in that case. John allowed his guard dogs to roam free on the beach near his home, which was probably better for their health than assigning them to monitor security cameras, but it's not safe for people on the beach. The dogs were aggressive. His neighbor complained, and sometime later, 4 of John's guard dogs were found dead. They had been poisoned. It is believed that John killed his neighbor out of revenge. John was never taken into custody because he fled Belize. Unlike, as is sometimes the case with his eponymous antivirus software, the uninstall procedure to remove John from the country was successful. However, when he tried to reinstall himself into Guatemala, he was arrested for illegally entering the country. He faked a number of heart attacks in order to give his attorney time to fight the deportation to Belize. Guatemala ended up deporting John to the United States. He lost a civil suit in connection with the death of his neighbor, but he never faced criminal justice in that case. The night after he arrived in the United States, he was solicited by a woman offering sex in exchange for money. She was 30 years his junior. They would marry in 2013. In August of 2015, John was arrested in Tennessee for DUI and possession of a firearm while intoxicated. Also in 2015, we see that John announced his run for President of the United States. He formed a new political party called the Cyber Party, although ultimately he unsuccessfully sought the nomination of the Libertarian Party. In May of 2016, John became the CEO of MGT Capital Investments, which was a technology holding company. He worked to develop cybersecurity solutions. John left MGT in January of 2018, and in August of 2018, started working as the CEO of a cryptocurrency company. In 2018, he announced that he would run for president again in 2020. In January of 2019, John, his wife, and 4 people who worked on his campaign were indicted for tax evasion. It appears as though John failed to file tax returns from 2014 to 2018. During the same time, he earned millions of dollars. Evidently, he believed that it was illegal for the government to collect taxes, the government disagreed. He was arrested in July of 2019 in the Dominican Republic. They suspected him of carrying high-caliber weapons and ammunition. The weapons were seized, but he was released, so I guess they really liked his weapons. He suspended his campaign in March of 2020, but then changed his mind the next day. Ultimately, he failed to get the nomination. In October of 2020, John was arrested in Spain because of the whole tax evasion situation. In March of 2021, he was indicted on new charges. He had allegedly orchestrated a scheme to defraud cryptocurrency investors out of millions of dollars. On June 23,
Yeah, yeah, no, I like that guy. That's a really, he's the man to watch for if you're into psychology and stuff. Dr. Grande, he's on, there you go. He's on YouTube, Dr. Grande. Okay, so the plan here, even though this is just sort of a kind of how do you say it? It's proof of concept. That's what it is. Proof that I can live stream straight from this Jitsi platform, which means I don't need to use OBS. So OBS isn't even open, which is great because then it becomes a real conversation platform. And I just got to basically figure out all the bit rates and the, you know, I got to figure out if there's lagging and why and this and that. You know. But at this point, it looks like everything's working fine. I don't seem to be able to hear any feedback. Why is that? Why is that? I can hear it now. I couldn't hear. You know, the whole time as that Dr. Grande was talking, you couldn't hear it. No, don't tell me that. Now, why? Somehow, for some reason or other, I muted this guy. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, on June 23, boom, 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 nothing. And then we're going mute. Mute. I don't know why. Mute. Wow. So so no one heard what Dr. Grande had to say. Jesus Christ. This is tough stuff. And I didn't check while it was playing because I just assumed, no, you should be able to hear him. I'm sharing. Well, I tell you what. How about we try it again? Because why the fuck not? I'm going to go find not Dr. Grande. Something else. And if you want to join, oh, yeah, the reason here, okay, let me first get to the title. The floor is yours, okay? So the floor is yours as soon as you come in. Until then, the floor is mine. That's basically the idea here. Okay. I like Sean Atwood. I like I like stuff he puts out. So now I'm going to share Sean Atwood. I'm going to turn off my camera. There you go. Camera's turned off. Feel free to come in at any time because that's the purpose of having this Jitsi room so people can come in and have a chat. Although if it doesn't happen, it's fine. I do understand because it is a kind of a very impulsive thing. But I also thought that the best time to test it is now in the middle of the night where America's totally sleeping and Europe's just hungover, and so no one's really into having a chat about anything. So that's working out quite well. But what am I rambling on about? Hold on. Oh, here we go. This didn't work last time, I don't think, but share video. Right. This is good because
on the drive up here,
this really
then
messed stuff up.
I
last
showed
time.
Wild Woman video.
I'm going to play it, and I'm going to listen to the feedback through YouTube and see what's going on. This is also just a bit of an experiment.
On the drive up here, then I showed Wild Woman videos written, published by certain podcasters, claiming my story, and all this is entirely made up, claiming that we did not run a multi-million-dollar ecstasy trafficking ring as documented in the police paperwork and as documented in the media in Arizona, claiming that we had nothing to do with Sammy the Bull or any mafias. At the most, I spent a couple of nights in the jail, and I've completely embellished my story. So, of course, everything Wild Woman said today...
Crap. Tell me children who didn't see me for 6-7 years that I wasn't in prison. My number is 185809. That's my prison number. Look it up. KJ Osborne. No U, E on the end.
Why do you think people say these things? Why have people got to attack other people?
I don't understand. Jealousy. And there's enough world for people to all live and exist and do the same job.
Yeah.
You know, why would you make a story up like this? I wish it was made up. I wish you didn't spend all them years in a shit out of a prison or a jail.
Unmuted.
You know, I wish none of that happened, but it did.
When I'm unmuted,
I done without my family. I didn't see
that.
my family. Nobody. One visit I had in 6 years, and that was the British consulate. Because she felt sorry for me and felt like I needed a visit.
You had 155 felonies. You were facing 1,550 years.
Yeah.
And these people say we're making all this stuff up, but that's how serious it was.
Felony number 74 I got through out though because it was an unknown charge.
Felony 74 was an unknown charge?
How can they charge you a felony? Felony 4. It was a number 4.
Just an unknown next to it.
Unknown charge. How can you charge me with some unknown charge?
There's something else we need to clarify as well, because prosecutors pull very dirty tricks on people.
Yes.
well, that actually worked out unbelievably well. Now, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. What's going on here? Stop video. There we go. Okay. So that does work. And I can do that. Wow. All right. So this is good to know. So now listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. I'm not talking. Okay. So that means that conversation rooms are back. I can just open up one of these. I can have up to 100 participants. The nice thing about it is that it's unlimited in terms of the time. You know how the other ones are. Unless you have a paid subscription, you're going to be limited to 40 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever. This one here, we can ramble on all night. I'm sure we will many times. But, you know, as it approaches the winter time and we're going to be more indoors anyway, then it's going to be more conducive to actually having this type of environment available. So there you go. I do want to invite anyone who's watching right now to come on in and or put a comment into the chat room so I know that there's anyone watching, because otherwise I shall shut her down. Or no, maybe I won't shut her down. Maybe I'll just review something else. So I tell you what, I am going to go and look for something else to review, because actually it's fun to do. Man. Oh, there we go. A piece of dust or something stuck on my eyelash. So let's see if I can find something else. Oh, yeah, baby. I think I found something. Ha ha. All right. So the best thing to do I think is to get this one. Yeah. Yeah. Share video.
And God has constructed a world that even an atheist, in spite of their foolish worldview, which leads to incoherence in virtue of their worldview, can make sense of certain things because they're living in God's world.
How do we know which things atheists can and cannot make sense of?
They can make sense of things in God's world to the degree that He permits it.
How do we know what He permits or doesn't permit?
How do we know what God permits? Based upon His revelatory actions.
In what part of the Bible does God reveal that atheists can know about pizza?
God reveals from Genesis to Revelation that unbelievers can know certain things. For example, certain things about the physical world. That there's causality, that there's continuity, uniformity, regularity. Now, you've asked me several questions. Now, why do you deny the existence of God?
I don't deny the existence of God.
Okay. Do you lack belief in the creator-creation distinction that we call God?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you realize that the creator-creator distinction is a worldview?
Sure.
If you lack belief in any worldview, then you deny it by virtue of your worldview. What I just said is irrefutable.
Sure. Could you just lay that out syllogistically?
Whatever worldview that you lack belief in, you deny it by virtue of the positive affirmation of your worldview.
That's not true.
Do you accept the law of excluded middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the law of excluded middle apply to all entities and state of affairs?
Yeah.
Does it apply to worldviews?
Sure.
Okay. So then if you hold to worldview X, then you automatically deny, by virtue of the law of excluded middle, any worldview that comes under the heading or classification of not X.
Sure. And so in this case,
right. And so when you are not operating from the creator-creator distinction worldview, then you deny it.
I'm just not convinced of it. I'm aware of the law.
Okay, I just explained to you very clearly, and you're smart enough to understand. If you think you're going to bullshit me by pretending that you're not getting it, it's not going to go well for you. I don't stomach for very long people being disingenuous and deceitful with me. Is your worldview not the creator distinction?
Yeah, but I can also just
say but.
So what?
Now, your
Well, the thing
worldview is not the creator distinction.
Yep, but it's
Not
also not
the creator.
It's also
not the creator. Don't overtalk me. Your
Who's the child here?
worldview of not the creator distinction is a de facto default denial of the worldview of the creator distinction.
No, because I'm not convinced.
Okay, bye. See you later.
Oh, okay. That was from the Ask Yourself YouTube channel. But you know what? The weirdest thing is that I had no control. I had no control over where that was coming from, because I had this room, or should I say, the video open in this Jitsi room here, and it didn't start playing yet. It's playing. Weird. All right, let me stop it. Oh, I see. So that's must have been what just happened. It plays on its own no matter what. If I play it that way. Oh, all right. That's okay. I can deal with that. All right. So I think that I am going to go and do something else creative for a little bit before I call it a day on the night. But this is a good learning experience. Love it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.